Hello, my name is Deb Coviello, and welcome to Drop-In CEO Live Talk Media, where I have the pleasure of bringing on a friend, a colleague, a trusted partner, Amanda Lund, brand storyteller. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
All right, so for my listeners, for our viewers today, first of all, thank you. Thank you for being on the journey of the CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track. I just want to thank everybody out there who has been a supporter and advocate. And if we haven't connected yet, I ask that you continue to follow us on the journey. The CEO's Compass, whether you're an up and coming professional or a senior C suite executive, anybody going through rapid transformation and you're not quite on track, this is your guide, this is your compass. But today, I want to bring in some people that are behind the scenes, the making of the CEO's Compass, and I don't know, peel back the layers a little bit about what did it take to actually bring this book to life. So I just want to thank Amanda for her time. And just so everybody knows, when I met Amanda, she's an amazing human. We really clicked. We really got along. She really got me, and she knew how to push me to the edge of the cliff. So I want to just bring her on and just ask you if you can just share a little bit about, what you do, what makes you unique, and how you serve clients, and maybe what is their pain that they're feeling and how you can help them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, happy book birthday. I'm so proud of you. Launching a book into the world is some serious stuff. So I love to celebrate it. I know the official launch was yesterday, but we'll be celebrating for quite a while, trust me. So it's a big deal. Yeah, and so I'm a brand storyteller, and what I do is I help and women who have trouble connecting to their audiences. I help them create their messages, extract their whys, and then put them into a customer journey that makes sense to help people connect with them and their message, and then build their audiences and loyalty. So I usually do that in the form of copywriting, brand work, social media planning, and that kind of thing. So, yeah.
So I'm just so grateful to have met you because when I came across and we started working, I was already writing good content. I love creating. So I was at a good starting point, but I am curious from your perspective, when we started working together and the CEO's Compass, and really, as you say, telling the story and bringing the message clearer, what was it? Where was I at in that journey? And how did you evolve me to help bring forth my story?
Well, you are one of my favorite kinds of clients. You are someone who really enjoys writing and enjoys the networking side of building a business. And it really kind of for you was going from, which is a problem with a lot of people, is that they get into this kind of content machine and they're like, I have to do an article, I have to do a post, I have to post this. And so they're doing things consistently, but it's not getting any engagement and they don't know why. And so then what we have to do is we kind of have to pull back the layers and say, are we just producing content just to produce content? Or are we really creating a message that's helping people? And so what the work that you and I did is that we kind of took your experience and we took the pain points that your clients were experiencing, and then we started kind of pausing at different moments and extracting those things. And the way that you really stepped up to the plate was by me giving you prompts, and then you were able to kind of go in that direction. So being coachable, especially when working with a copywriter and a copy coach, is the way that you get ahead leaps and bounds faster than just kind of handing off your stuff to a VA or somebody like that with no direction and just saying, I just want to keep a consistent presence. So being engaged and creating those messages is really what works.
So again, I just want to thank you and just let everybody know, yes, avid content creator, and I simply just didn't know how to distill it and make it consistent that people started connecting. And I know people have started connecting. But let's just now just go a little bit tactical into the book, because I know there are people out there that may want to write a book, and writing is actually the easy part, but getting our message and connecting to the right people is always the challenge when we think about marketing the book. And that's the project that we just moved along. What were just some key things that we needed to do in order to help market this thing?
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing with books is that people get focused on the writing and then they want to hit publish and just kind of let the baby go out into the world. And that's really when we write business content, we want to make sure that we're guiding people as to how to use it. And so when we create a book, when you and I were talking about the planning process, we made sure to make the book part of the overall customer journey. So we wanted to create not only what they do before, but then what they do after reading the book so they feel fully supported and able to utilize that content. And that is really the key of a marketing plan, especially when you have something that is part story, part assessment, and something that you really want them to put into use.
So was tremendously valuable, this part of the journey, because I remember working with my book coach, and her name's Judy Weintraub. We'll get a chance to meet her at some point. And one of the things as we're going through, and she's helping me to write the book, she said, okay, so Deb, what's your marketing plan? And it was like, I've never done a marketing plan for a book. I'm not sure, but I'll get back to you. And in steps Amanda, and we developed that plan. So I feel really, really good about this. But let's peel back the layers a little bit. Maybe this is a moment for real-time coaching. So as we went through the process, I'm curious about, what did I do well in terms of just getting ready to launch the book, and maybe an aha moment, or maybe an opportunity that for the next book I could continue to prove. I'm just really open to what your thoughts are, because I'm all about keeping what I'm doing well and evolving what I can do better.
Yeah, well, I mean, overall, staying coachable and willing to kind of embrace these kind of off the wall ideas is really something that will get you far. And so that's something that I appreciate about you, is that when I say, "Hey, I have this really cool idea," you're willing to be like, oh, "Okay, let's talk about it," instead of being like, "No, that's not me. Absolutely not." So but one of the things that I think that you also have done really well, not just throughout the book launch, but throughout the entire time that we worked together, is that we've done a lot of work practicing utilizing your network. And so it's one thing to make connections, but it's another thing to utilize those connections in a way that's mutually beneficial. And so it's easy to say, "Hey, let's talk about my book." But it's another thing to say, "Hey, let me know how I can support you. Let me know how I can, connect you with people in my network." And it makes for a more genuine, authentic kind of way to do business. And that's how people did things, before the age of technology. And so bringing that level of humanity into digital entrepreneurship is really what sets successful digital entrepreneurs apart from the rest, in my opinion.
You know, just so sound advice. I mean, people should be listening to this, regardless if you are writing a book, but you want to increase your presence in social media, your thought leadership, just connecting with more of the right people. Again, be coachable, be open to suggestions. That was what you did. I remember some times where you said, hey, Deb, we're going to write about this week, and you're going to do it this way. And it was like, okay, I'll try. But you know what? At the end of the day, I grew from the process, and we created some really great content. But you're right. I'm not setting out to be a number one bestseller, but my network and curating that network and evolving and bringing them along on this journey. Even today, I am so grateful for all the advocacy, because they do believe not only in me, but the possibility that this book can be a compass for somebody in their network. So the beauty of the network, and I really, really appreciate that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So So this needs to be actionable for people that are catching this. So if people wanted to act now, it's like, hey, yeah, I want to do that. I want to have a better brand storytelling message. What are just a couple things that come to mind that they can start doing now on their own?
Well, the first thing that you can do is you can record yourself having a conversation with someone else talking about your business. And then you can go back to that conversation and then write down the key points that you're taking out of that conversation. A second way to do that is to give someone the kind of gist about why you do what you do, and then ask them to repeat it back to you. And so that way you kind of find the key points that people are taking on versus the key points that you think are important. And then you mesh the two into a message that really is concise and to the point and something that people will remember. So that's kind of the basis of establishing your why. And then from there, if you're looking to create a social media plan or any kind of marketing plan, consistency really is the place to start. And you incorporate your networking and your social media and all that kind of stuff into your plan. So if it's written down, you do it on a consistent basis. And everything is an opportunity. I know that's something, you and I were sitting there talking one day and you're like, Amanda, what are you doing to me? And, and I was like, what do you mean? We're talking about copy and social media. And you're like, no, what do you call this thing that you're doing to me? And really, it's just helping you see opportunities outside of just kind of regular marketing tasks. It's not so much selling, it's presenting opportunities to other people. And when you look at it from a place of service, then it takes away that pressure of making the sale, making the connection, gaining something for yourself. It's about strengthening not only your position, but someone else's position in the world as well.
And that is why you came into my life. And I said, let's partner. Let's go on this, as we say, this roller coaster together. And, it's just had amazing results. And I do hope that the network, the community around the Drop-In CEO, the CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track, also feels that know, like, and trust with who we are and who we're trying to serve. But, actionable tips, very helpful. But you know what? I bet you some people say, I get it, but I need a little help. How best can people connect with you and maybe just have a conversation about their situation?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and connect with me on LinkedIn. You can send me a message, and you can also visit my website at ajlund.com and book a time to chat. I'd love to see what you're working on and how I can help.
All right. Well, you have been an amazing partner and guest on Drop-In CEO Live Talk Media. And to people who are viewing, the CEO's Compass is live now on Amazon and all of the other outlets. It may not be just for you, but if you think about somebody that is a little bit off track, going for rapid transformation, a rock star of a person, and they just need a guide or a compass, please consider the CEO's Compass as a resource, or visit me at dropinceo.com, my website. I would love to have a conversation. Amanda, I wish you continued success in helping people that can use your services.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
All right, thanks.